Let's talk about an earnings candidate, and that is Mindtree. Mindtree came out with its earnings yesterday, and a good set of numbers coming in from Mindtree. They actually reported a strong constant currency growth of about 5.2% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. The dollar revenue saw an uptick about 5.2% on a quarter-on-quarter basis as well. But let's get on board the management for Mindtree. We have Debashis Chatterjee, who is the MD and CEO of the company, joining us this morning. Good morning, Mr. Chatterjee. Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now. And actually, let's get the elephant out of the room. There have been reports circulating that L&T is considering to merge two of its listed tech firms, that is Mindtree and L&T Infotech. So has there been any discussion that the board has considered with this regard?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your channel. I think these are speculations, and we are not able to comment on speculations, and we are not able to comment on what happens with the boards.
Right, Mr. Chatterjee, surely these are speculations as of now, but both the companies do have a lot of synergies and they do complement each other in some or the other way. Could you just talk about the synergies and, is there any meeting actually lined up in the near term?
No, I can only say that we have always acknowledged the fact that there is a lot of synergy, and even in specific deals, we have always gone together and addressed clients' issues. So I don't think that's a secret that we have been working together in terms of specific opportunities, large deals, whenever it is appropriate. But otherwise, we pretty much operate as independent entities.
Right, but just want to probe a bit more on the synergy side. Obviously, but what is actually holding you back? Given that there are synergies, both the companies are already working together in terms of that, though they are independent. So, what is actually holding you back in those terms then?
Well, I think some of these things are not my decision, and all that I can say is that there's a lot of speculation, and I cannot comment on speculations at this point of time. But as far as synergies is concerned, it has always been known, and that is how L&T invested in Mindtree, because they saw a lot of synergies across the two entities.
Absolutely, Mr. Chatterjee, a lot of synergies between both the companies. But nevertheless, let's move on. Let's talk about your quarter gone by. And the EBITDA margin guidance for FY22 was about 20% plus, and you have actually delivered that. What about FY23? What's your guidance for the year?
Well, as far as margin is concerned, we are, we have put the processes in place which gave us the discipline, the ability to execute with a lot of discipline. And with that, we were very confident that we should be able to sustain the margin that we wanted. And even getting into FY23, given the robust demand we have, given the fact that our processes are in place in terms of how do you address the margin levers, we are still, our endeavor is to still continue to deliver profitable growth. And when I say profitable, I want to call out sustaining the margin.
Right. But, obviously that's on the margin front. But what about the growth that we're seeing? Because in FY22, surely you've seen a very strong growth of 30+%. Is that sustainable? What's the number that we could actually should expect from the company in FY23?
See, we always want to grow as fast as the industry grows, and or even better that. And we have a decent portfolio of offerings as well as a set of good clients, and we feel that we should be able to grow at a good pace based on how the industry is doing. We cannot comment of the industry too. It's not possible to call out too much futuristic, but at least the next 2 quarters, the demand scenario that we see, we should be able to clock robust growth.
Mr. Chatterjee, the TCV continues to hover between $350 to $400 million. And if you see average of the last 8 quarters, it's around $375 million. So has it actually plateaued? Should we expect base effects to catch up? Or do you think the demand momentum is strong and continues to be strong for your company?
Well, I think the way we look at deal wins is, every quarter there will be certain deals, but we look at an overall full year basis. I think that's what we feel is much more valuable. And if you look at the full year, we had a $1.6 billion of TCV for FY22, which is around 17% more than what we had in the previous year. So I think from that perspective, we are confident that our TCV is good. We have a very strong pipeline. I think the only thing which we called out even in the last quarter is we see some of the deals becoming more iterative and shorter cycles, especially the digital transformation deals, which are typically the clients are using to maximize their own revenues. I think these deals kind of follow one after another. So you may not be seeing an upfront TCV, but over a period of time, these are large deals which are done in a shorter cycles, more in iterative fashions, one after another. So overall, given the pipeline, given the momentum, we still are very confident that as long as clients have this urgency to get ready for the future, we should be able to help them in terms of their digital transformations.
And what about the headcount trends, attrition, addition rate going forward? What can we expect there?
Well, as far as headcount is concerned, we are 35,000 employees as we speak. The attrition has definitely been a little on the higher side, but that is also industry phenomena. But we have taken a lot of steps to ensure that we not only control attrition, but also do a few things which will help in terms of looking at optimizing the pyramid as well. A lot of efforts in reskilling, retraining, all these things that we have done. So our view is that our guess is that attrition should stabilize over the next couple of quarters. But irrespective of that, we have rejuvenated our hiring engine, and we will continue to hire a lot of freshers at the bottom of the pyramid.
Mr. Chatterjee, how has the realization trends been actually for your company? And let me add to that, let me ask about M&A. Is the company planning any merger and acquisition? Is there anything in the pipeline, given that there's decent cash pile on the books?
Yeah, realization has been good, slightly higher than what it was earlier. But from a M&A standpoint, we are continuously looking at opportunities to do inorganic, and we have a good pipeline. But at the same time, we will not do something just for the purpose of scale. It has to be in the adjacency of the capabilities that we already have, the strategy that we have adopted, and that's what you must have seen in the last year as well in terms of the M&A that we have done. One was Next, and the other one is the investment in Cope Health. But we are very open to doing inorganic if we get the right opportunity.
Okay, Mr. Chatterjee, we'll leave you on that note. But thank you so much for joining in with us on ET Now today.